Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, let us study the structure of cell wall. Yes, children, in our last video, we understood regarding the structure of plasma membrane as well as we studied about the function. So, there we understood that plasma membrane is the outermost membrane in all the animal cell. But if you take the plant cell, plasma membrane is not the outermost membrane, but plasma membrane is present in both in plant cell as well as in animal cell. Then what is the outermost membrane in plant cell? Yes, that is cell wall. So cell wall is the outermost protective membrane can be seen in the plants, but this protective covering is not present in animals. So animal devoid of cell wall, that means they does not consist of cell wall. So now let us understand which organisms consist of cell wall, what is the function of it, and what are the components present in the cell wall, what is the structure of it. Clear. So you can observe the diagram. This is the plant cell. So the cell what I labeled as one, that is the one cell. So in the one cell, we can see the presence of vacuole at the center. That means a major portion of the cell cytoplasmic region in the plant cell occupied by vacuole. So vacuole is one kind of membrane bound cell organelle. It occupies the major portion of plant cell. And uh, if you just move little above the vacuole, you can find the innermost membrane. So we know that innermost membrane in the plant cell is plasma membrane. Clear? And just outside the plasma membrane, just above the plasma membrane, there is a one more membrane we can find, that is nothing but cell wall. Clear, right? So let us study about the cell wall in detail. So cell wall forms an outermost covering for the plasma membrane of fungi and plants. So whenever we discuss regarding the plants, we used to tell that cell wall is commonly present in plant cell and it is absent in animals. But the cell wall also present in some other organisms like fungi. So fungi also consist of cell wall, but the component is not same. In fungi, the cell wall is made out of chitin. Chitinaceous cell wall is present in the fungi, and in the plants, the cell wall is made out of cellulose. Clear? Only the component is different. Then, in algae, the cell wall made up of cellulose. This is one component. Then, some also consist of galactans, mannans. So, these are some of the components can be seen in the cell wall of algae. So, what are those components? Cellulose is present, galactans, mannans. Clear? These are the some kinds of polysaccharides. And minerals are also present in the cell wall. So one of the mineral can be seen in the cell wall is calcium carbonate. So calcium carbonate is a very essential component can be seen in the cell wall of algae. Clear? And if you come to the cell wall formation in the plant cell, when actually the cell wall formation takes place? So soon after the daughter cell formation, the cell wall formation takes place in the plant cell. That means a very young plant cell starts forming the cell wall. But that cell wall is not rigid. So the initially formed cell wall in the plant cell is named as primary wall. Clear, right? So primary wall is a flexible, not very flexible like a plasma membrane, but compared to the matured cell in the plants, the initially formed wall in the young plant cell is very flexible. Understood? So that wall is named as what? Primary wall. So this primary wall is capable of growth because the young cell perform many metabolic activity, and later on in the plants, the young cell get differentiates and it will become matured cell. Clear? So when the cell is young, it need to grow, so that according to that the cell wall, that means the primary wall, is very flexible. It helps the cell in order to increase the growth, and which gradually diminishes. That means primary wall is not permanent in the plant cell. As and when the cell matures, the primary wall starts diminishes. That means it will gradually diminishes in the matured cell. So when the cell become completely mature, the primary wall is completely replaced secondary wall. So primary wall formed in the young cell. So when the cell matures, the primary wall replaced by the another wall, that is known as secondary wall. So that the secondary wall formation takes place very next to the primary wall. That means towards the inner region of the primary wall, the secondary wall formation takes place. So just you imagine one primary wall is present in the cell towards the outer side, and towards the inner region of the primary wall, the secondary wall formation takes place when the cell matures. So that secondary wall replaces the primary wall in the plant cell. Understood? So secondary wall formed on the inner side of the cell. So you can observe the secondary wall in the diagram. So in the diagram they have labeled each and every wall. So the innermost wall is called as plasma membrane. So just to the outside of plasma membrane you can find secondary cell wall. And just outside the secondary wall, what is there? Primary cell wall is present. So primary cell wall is present towards the outside, and towards the inner side of the cell, secondary cell wall formation takes place. Clear? So one thing you have to make clear, that primary wall can be seen in the young plant cell, and as the cell mature, the primary wall replaced by secondary wall. And just outside the secondary wall, you can find the one more structure that is known as middle lamella. So middle lamella is the layer mainly formed by calcium pectate. So calcium pectate is one of the component forms middle lamella. So you can find in the diagram. So middle lamella is present between the adjacent cells. That means when the one cell need to be get connected with the adjacent cell, uh, the organism actually need the help of glue. So how we stick one ball with the another ball? With the help of glue, right? So in the similar way, when the one plant cell gets connected with the another plant cell, glue is very essential. So that glue is nothing but what? Middle lamella. So middle lamella acts as a glue. It connects adjacent cells. That means neighboring cells are get connected with one another with the help of middle lamella. So what is there in the middle lamella in order to connect the adjacent cells? Yes, it consists of calcium pectate. So calcium pectate acts as a glue in order to link the neighboring cells. So when study children's, the plant is showing organ level of organization. So tissues are present, different kinds of tissues are present. So what do you mean by tissue? Tissue is nothing but a group of many cells performing same function and having same origin. Clear? So in order to form a tissue, many cells need to be interconnected with one another. So how those cells, that means many cells are get interconnected? So they are connected with one another with the help of middle lamella, right? So middle lamella consists of calcium pectate. It connect neighboring cells together. And cell wall and middle lamella transversed by plasmodesmata. So in some of the region, the cell wall and middle lamella transversed in order to form a plasmodesmatal connection. What do you mean by this plasmodesmata? So plasmodesmata is like a bridge. So it connects the cytoplasm of one cell with the cytoplasm of adjacent cells. So because of the plasmodesmatal connection, some of the things, when they need to be shared with the adjacent cells, they can easily pass through this uh, connective link. That means through the plasmodesmata, the cytoplasmic component of the one cell can be shared with the another cell, so that one cell is interlinked with the another cell with the help of plasmodesmatal connection. Understood? So plasmodesmata connects the cytoplasmic region of one cell with the adjacent cells. So plasmodesmata connects the cytoplasm of neighboring cells. So it is very easy to share any required material from one cell to the another cell when it is present in cytoplasmic region. And let us come to the functions of cell wall. What is the function of cell wall? So we know that the cell wall is outermost membrane in the plants as well as in fungi. What function it performs? So cell wall actually give proper shape to the cell. So as I told, cell wall is very rigid in nature. So this tough wall will give proper shape to the cell, and it also protects the cell from mechanical damage and infection. So sometime uh, from outer side, any kind of mechanical damage can be happen to the plant. So the plant cell is get protected by the cell wall from any kind of mechanical damage and infection. So primarily the plant is getting the protection by the outermost protective covering called as cell wall. So cell wall not only giving shape to the cell, as well as it is giving protection to the cell from any kind of damage and infection. And it also help in cell to cell interaction. As I told, the plasmodesmatal connection is actually formed by the cell wall and middle lamella. So this interconnection is very essential in order to send the required things from one cell to the another cell, so that it helps in cell to cell interaction. So interaction between the neighboring cell is also takes place with the help of cell wall. Then it also provide barrier to undesirable macromolecules. So when uh, some of the macromolecules is not needed by the cell, it will not allow it. That means it primarily act as a barrier because it present on the outermost region. It does not easily allow any sorts of molecules towards the cytoplasmic region, so that it acts as a barrier to undesirable macromolecules. Understood? So these are the few functions what are performing by cell wall in the organism. So it provides proper shape to the cell, and it protects the cell from mechanical damage and infection. It also helps the cell to interact with the neighboring cells, and also it acts as a barrier to undesirable macromolecules. Clear? So this is about the cell wall structure and function. I hope you understood today's concept. So in next class, let us continue with the one more cell organelle in the eukaryotic cell.